Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing today? One of the last videos of me conditioning my boots. Hit it with the leather oil, haven't hit it with the leather LP yet. And there was a comment left on a video asking me why, telling me that I need a horsehair brush. You need a horsehair brush. I have one. Did you use it in this video? You need a horsehair brush. You should use a horsehair brush. I don't use a horsehair brush unless I'm doing little fine stuff, just brushing stuff off at the end of the day, or if I'm really polishing and finishing off a boot. So you can kind of eat my rear if it's just stupid comments of people that don't even listen to a video or watch a video. But I'm going to go over these, kind of knock any residue left over from the leather oil. Man, these boots do shine up really nice. See here if I can. Can't get into some of these cracks and crevices and kind of clean them up a little bit better. I don't know, I should be able to, when the LP heats up, it should take care of it. And there were some comments about, put some of that Tough Toe stuff on there and that'll take care of this. I really don't care. And I'd rather it be scratched up and have a lot of scratches and everything on it, rather than have that ugly Tough Toe stuff on it. I'll just get a toe cap put on these next time, or whichever other pair I get next time. So here's the LP, and as you all know, I put the leather oil on first and then done the LP as recommended on Frank's website. I'm just going to take and rub this in. I'm not going to put a lot. I didn't oversaturate it with the leather oil. I'm just going to do just a healthy, light coat of this. No reason to kind of go overboard. Just want to get in the cracks, get in there, rub it in nice, and don't really want to pay huge attention to the eyelets and stuff. Yeah, just get a little swipe by on them, but nothing crazy. A little bit on the tongue, even though the tongue doesn't see a lot of, it sees a lot of creasing. I mean, it doesn't see a lot of abrasion. I guess you would call it the gusset. It doesn't see a lot of hard use. It's mostly just folded over and pretty much stationary. They're going to hit it anyway. Get it nice in there. Rub it all over. There we go. And a lot of people are going to be like, oh, why is he using his hands? Well, it heats it up and it kind of helps it get into the boot. I think a lot of people just put stuff on it and it doesn't necessarily get deep into the leather itself. See, look at that. And now I know people might mention something about darkening the boot. I liked it better when it wasn't as dark. Well, you know, this right here will probably be the only time these boots get conditioned within the next 6 months. I'm going to hold off on conditioning them and just see how they wear, see the creases, see all the other stuff that naturally happens to this boot. Even though I'm not a fashionista when it comes to these boots like this, I do wear them, I do work in them. I mean, I do appreciate a nice looking pair of boots, just as the next man. Sorry, I was getting these out of view of the camera. And now what I'll do is I'll just take and give it a couple hours and let it soak in. That's what I'll do. I'm not going to rush this video. I'm not just going to take the horsehair brush and go over it. I'm going to wait till the leather soaks it in, and then whatever is left as residue, then I'll brush it off. Like I said, what you could do at this point, you could condition the inside of the boot to help with break-in. I'm not going to do that because I don't want a sped-up break-in process. I want it to naturally take place. That way that over time it is perfectly bolted to my foot, not an exaggerated break-in, which could lead to a premature wear out. And then I know that one person could say, well, the toe's going to prematurely wear out because, you know, it's a protruding out regular more than a soft toe would. Yeah, but I'm not going to, you know, I mean, it just is what it is. You know, something like this is, you know, I don't know. It's not as important to me as more so the wear of the boot. The actual wearing of the boot is more important to me. The kilties, I'm simply just going to take and hit it a little bit. You know, my job, I don't necessarily need kilties, but I enjoy the way they look and the added protection just in case something goes wrong. And surely enough, the day that I don't wear kilties, something will probably go wrong. It's going to get both sides, get the rough out and the smooth out. There we go. Usually it takes a little bit more with the rough out. See, got a lot of running to do today. Got a lot of running. I was hoping to sleep in, but really didn't get to. But got a lot of running, a lot of errands to do today. So, but I figured I'd make this video. It's been probably a week. These boots have actually probably been sitting for like a week. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Yeah, these boots have been sitting for like a week, and see, the color isn't actually too off. Just freshly oiling them makes them seem darker than they really are. See if we can't knock some of this stuff down on this one. I can't remember if I buff these, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. You know, some people use hair dryers. I suppose you could use a hair dryer. Just not putting it on the hottest setting to help these boots take in the leather preservative and the leather oil. I know high heat is not recommended, but I'm sure that's what someone's been doing for the past 20 years, and they're going to hear that and say, well, I've been doing it for the past 20 years without any issues. I'm good. Let's start from there. I'm just going to start on the shafts of the boot first. Oops. You know, and if you get a little bit too much somewhere, don't worry about it. Just massage it around a little bit. Just massage it around. Like I said, you don't want to focus on the eyelets and the hooks too much, but if you get a little bit there, it's okay. You know, same thing with like the tongues. You know, it's not necessarily needed, but if you do, let's go with it. Let's go. You know, I'm not getting big gobs of the leather preservative. I'm literally just rubbing my hand around in there and just getting some. Like I said, you know, these boots are really not that old. I hit them with the leather oil, and I'm hitting them with the leather preservative. I'm not going to overdo it. I could go through after this and let it dry, buff it all out, and hit it with some sort of waterproofer. And I might, because I think these are going to be what I predominantly wear all winter. Because these are composite toe, and the other pair of Franks I have are steel toe. I might bring the steel toe in a couple times, see how it does. But yeah. So here's the right boot. And let this dry, and come back and then do the final polishing of the boot, final buffing of it. And you know, I'm sure there's going to be some residue left over, so we're going to get into that, and you know, how to get it without just absolutely taking a blow dryer to it. So hope everyone liked that. If you have any questions about the products I'm using, let me know and I'll send you a link to it, a non-affiliate link. I'll just, you know, I've mentioned them in the videos, but sometimes people don't listen. But I mean, I might put it in the description or the comments below. And if you have, oh wait, let me do the kiltie for this one. And if you have any questions about why I done something a certain way, ask me before, you know. Everyone's always so eager to give their opinion. You know, you done it wrong. You know, well, ask me why I done it that way, you know. There's probably a reason why I done it the way I done it. Not because, you know, not that my way is better than your way or your way is better than my way, but everyone has a different way of doing stuff. You know, it's like if someone says, well, I'll use a blow dryer for mine. You know, that's good. I don't think that it's necessary to bring in all that extra amount of heat to your boot that could, you know, cause it to wear out faster. And then on top of that, you know, maybe you use the cool setting on your blow dryer that's just a little bit warm, and it's not going to be any warmer than as if you were walking around in the sun on a hot sunny day. I understand that, you know. Or if you do this and what you do is you put your boot on a boot, you condition the inside of your boot, then you put your boot on a boot dryer. Okay, see, just like me, I'm gonna rub a little bit of this on my face, a little bit in my hair. There's multiple ways, you know, that people do stuff, but it doesn't make your way right, it doesn't make my way wrong. There's a reason why we do stuff the way we do. So after these dry, I'm gonna come back, hit them up with the final polishing. So hope everyone has a good day.